Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So those of you that are subscribers or familiar with my channel will recognise the surroundings, and you will know that I am back in my home in Milan. I survived my holiday, my week holiday in Malaga, or near Malaga in Spain with my family, and I've come back just to kind of regroup, detox and yeah, I've still got a few more weeks of my summer vacation, my summer break, so I want to continue my top 10 series, my summer top 10 series. So I've done 2 videos so far. I'm enjoying how people are engaging with these videos, particularly with my last video. I think I need to be more clearer with my titles in the sense of it was like top people or top acts that didn't get to Eurovision, and people, rightfully so, have talked about songs that got knocked out in the semi-finals, songs that got knocked out in the national finals, and it's just like, oh, it was just all about the ones that got selected and just for whatever reason didn't get on that plane to that host city. But that's something that I need to learn, to be more clearer with my titles. It's interesting because clearly some people comment without probably watching the video. So yeah, enlightening. But nonetheless, I'm continuing my top 10 series today with one of my favourite songwriters at Eurovision. I mentioned him last year when I did my top songs from Croatia, because he happens to be a Croat from Croatia. And I mentioned him, and I did say in the video, I'm going to do a kind of top 10 songs of Andrej Babić. So yeah, he's Croatian. He's actually been on the Eurovision stage at least once in my memory, because I remember particularly one year seeing him as a backing dancer and thinking, you've got a light that's shining. I couldn't keep my eyes off him. But nonetheless, I didn't know then that in fact he is a songwriter, and he's written many songs that have made it to Eurovision.
We have here my namesake Andrej, because I'm also Andrej. Nice to see you. It's not your first time at Eurovision.
No, definitely it's not. It's actually my 7th time.
And moreover, many songs that have gone to different national finals in different countries like Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Georgia, Portugal, sure I'm missing one, Switzerland, maybe Switzerland. But yes, so this video is dedicated to Andrej Babić. So obviously I know a lot of his songs. I have been familiar with over the years. I didn't attribute them to him, but also doing this video, I've had to do a bit more research as well of other songs and introduce myself to those as well that he has written. So without further ado, this is my top 10 list of Andrej Babić's songs that have gone to Eurovision or been entered at national finals. Okay, so in 10th place, it actually goes to a tie. Is a tie. 2 songs that actually he wrote in 2010. One for Slovenia and one for Georgia. Neither song got selected, but nonetheless, both songs share a commonality, not only the year, but moreover, the kind of dramatic, I would say, musical-esque sound of these songs. They're right up my street, and actually I've been introduced to both of them over the last few weeks researching for this video. So the first one is Sofo, which might be Georgian for Sophie, who did go to Eurovision with Shine, but in that national final where they were looking for a song for Sofo, there was a song called For Eternity, which was written by Andrej Babić, which actually is a really good song. The other song happens to be a song that was entered in Slovenia. In fact, a lot of his songs were entered in Slovenia. He's obviously got a good relationship with that country. And I'm going to butcher the name. Mansa Spik with Tukash Sem Doma. So in regards to For Eternity, Wikipedia doesn't tell me necessarily where that song came. I think they just announced the winner. But for Mansa or Mancha, it came fourth, which is a respectable position. But actually, it's a really, really, really good song. There we go. Tie, 10th place. Mansa and Sofo. Now in 9th place, interestingly, I am a little bit obsessed with fado music. I'm probably saying that wrong. From Portugal. And actually, in 2012, Filipa entered a song called Vida, minha. I absolutely love that song, although I had a sneaky suspicion it was going to really struggle to qualify, and in the end it didn't qualify. It came 13th. Did get to Eurovision, and she's lovely. So a couple of years ago, when I was hosting my Eurovision parties for the final, I normally or used to kind of get in contact with acts to record like small little videos I would play at the beginning of the evening, and she did a video and she was really, really sweet. I love this song, but I also love fado, so I'm kind of biased. But this is a song written by Andrej Babić, and whilst I said to you earlier, Slovenia is a national final that he's closely linked to, so is Portugal. He's entered a few songs in Portugal, this being the first one in my top 10. There are others to come. But yeah, in number 9, Filipa Sousa, Vida, minha. Love this song. Great song. And again, I didn't know at the time in 2012 this was written by Andrej Babić. Only realised last year, I think. So yeah, there you go. Number 8. Now we're going to go back to Slovenia, and I'm going to talk about an artist that has been massively robbed in Slovenia. So I'm going to go to 2005, and I don't know how to pronounce her name. Sousa Lendoro, with a song Metuj. This song is amazing. I cannot stress how much better this song is to Omar Naba with his song Stop, that did win this year. So Sousa came second, this came first, and there were like 2,000 televote points in it, like 27,000, 29,000. Ama didn't qualify. He did go to Eurovision in 2005, came 12th in the semi-final, and I think there's some stuff around him as well out there on the internet. But nonetheless, Metuj is a brilliant song, and this is going to link into my 7th in a second, but an artist that has been really hard done by in Slovenia. This should have won. The song is so much superior to Omar Naba's Stop. So yeah, my number 8 goes to Sousa. Yeah. Number 7, same artist, but an unbelievable song. Like, I think from 7 to 1, they could interchange. But Eurovision fans, particularly of my age and older probably, will know this song. And if you listen to Eurovision radio, you'll know this song, because I was introduced to this song for the first time like 5 years ago when I was listening to ESC radio, and it came on and I was like, what is this song? And it's Mandolina. So this is in 2006. So she came second in 2005. She comes back in 2006 and comes second again. But this is even more controversial because she absolutely nails the televote by thousands, but gets no points from the jury, which makes absolute no sense. So they went for a song that I don't even remember. Andrej Babić. Sure. This came 16th in the semi-final when it went to Eurovision. I mean, I really do think Slovenia in 2005 and 2006, had they'd sent Sousa with an Andrej Babić written song, it would have made the final. Mandolina is a Eurovision classic amongst hardcore Eurovision fans, in my opinion. I think I'm not wrong there. This song's amazing. And like I said, from 1 to 7, it could be interchangeable. So yeah, number 7, Sousa, Mandolina, brilliant. Okay, number 6 goes to a band that I've talked about quite a lot on my channel because I'm a little bit obsessed with them, but it probably goes to the fact that I'm a little bit obsessed with girl bands. And it's 2005 and it's Feminnem's first go at Eurovision for Bosnia and Herzegovina. I actually quite like it in the native language, and I understand why they went to Eurovision and they changed it, but I never really understood the lyric, even as a child, because I was a child. Shame, were you a child in 2005? Teenager. 50 candles on the party cake. I didn't realise that it was a nod to the Eurovision anniversary until someone commented on one of my videos when I was talking about this song. This song feels like it should be from Sweden. It is not. It is Balkan in the sense of the songwriters and the act themselves and the country sending it. But call me. Love this song. So this came 14th at Eurovision. It was a strong year, 2005, admittedly, but nonetheless, Feminnem, as soon as I remember seeing it being like, I'm obsessed with this band already. Great song. Well done, Andrej. Okay, so number 5 goes to, we're back to Slovenia. It's 2007. It is a song that did go to Eurovision. It's actually one of my favourite Eurovision songs of all time. Alenka Gotar with Cvet, juga. Love crossover pop with opera, which we've had so many times at Eurovision. Milena Ernman, right? I love this sound. So yeah. So this song, it came 15th overall, which I think ultimately robbed. This song, I remember being obsessed before the Eurovision and during Eurovision and after Eurovision. I still play this song now. This song's a classic. It's amazing. And I think at one point this song was second in my list because it just brings back some great memories from 2007. So yeah, I mean, already we can kind of see that Andrej Babić is versatile with his songwriting abilities. Not all of these songs sound totally similar, which kind of is interesting when I go into my third and fourth song, which are similar. But yeah, nonetheless, number 5 goes to Alenka Gotar, Slovenia 2007. Great track. Okay, so number 4, another girl. So I was saying to you earlier that Sousa from Slovenia massively robbed 2 years in a row. There is a Portuguese equivalent. So these two can be either way, but I think the best way to do it is do the earlier one first. So 2010, Catarina Pereira in Portugal with Canta por mim. Canta por mim. I can't obviously speak Portuguese, but nonetheless, this song, 2010, I did quite like Filipa's song, Adiós, assim. That kind of song that sounded like it had been written for a Disney film. But Catarina Pereira, Conta Por Me is an amazing song. So there was one point in it, like 18 and 19 points. So obviously Filipa wins with 19 combined. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the televote again was on the side of Andrej Babić and Catarina Pereira. I think she got 10,000 televotes compared to 3,000. It was just the jury again. Andrej Babić, the songwriter that gets screwed over by the juries. But this song's amazing. And I think whilst Filipa did well, obviously she got to the final, and I did like it. And I remember particularly liking it even more in the final because that girl can sing. I think she trained in London, actually, from memory. I just think Canta Por Me is such a better song, and I would have rather have seen that at Eurovision. Shoot me. So that's 2010. Number 4. Canta Por Me. So yeah, number 3 goes to Catarina Pereira again. So she comes back in 2014 with Mea Culpa. Mea culpa. Mea culpa, pelo teu desejo, mi amor, desculpa, se a vida ganha chama e sabor, culpa, que orgulho de noites sem fim, mea culpa, sou mesmo assim. Mea culpa, pelo teu desejo de amor, desculpa, se a vida ganha chama e sabor. There is similarities. You can see that the songs have been written by at least same person. But I love this song. And I particularly remember, we Eurovision fans know this year from Portugal because Susie went, who's become a bit of a Eurovision icon, shall we say. Eu quero ser tua, oh, oh, oh. Eu quero ser tua, oh, oh, oh. She pops up everywhere. But nonetheless, she's still really relevant today. Any kind of Eurovision event that's going around, you'll see her somewhere. What's quite interesting is Catarina won the semi-final in Portugal this year, and then it got to the final, and I swear, because I was team Mea Culpa, I was team Catarina Pereira, and I swear the songwriter in Portugal has some power and influence, and I swear the week from the semi-finals to the final did a lot of touring in regional areas. I could be talking way out of turn here. But it was interesting how they turned over such a significant televote from the semi-final. I think Susie was 5th in the semi-final. And then it got to the final and she won convincingly enough over Catarina Pereira. Look, we all love Susie. I don't want to say anything bad against Susie, but I was team Catarina. I am team Catarina. I think this song is better. This song is better. While Susie didn't make the final at Eurovision, I do think Catarina with Mea Culpa would have done. There we go. Said it. So number 3, Mea Culpa, Catarina Pereira. Okay, so interestingly, I'm just looking at my first and second and wondering whether I'm going to change at the last minute. No, I'm not. I'm going to be brave. So my number 2 is Portugal again. Like I said, Andrej Babić seems to have this connection with Portugal. It'd be quite interesting to do a bit more research about why that is. But nonetheless, sometimes songwriters just have a connection with a broadcaster or kind of team, right? He obviously did have a relationship with them. Goes to 2008. I've talked about this song recently on my Eurovision channel when me and Georgie watched 2008 and we were both creaming over this song. So it's Vânia Fernandes. Oh, here we go. Senhora de Mar. Negras, águas. See, I'm saying it like a Spanish person, but even that, probably not even that, but certainly not with that Portuguese flair. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. We all know the song that I'm talking about. This song's amazing. It came 13th. It definitely deserved a top 10 finish. I think the song, the production is on point. The musical production, the vocals were on point. The staging was on point. It's just drama for 3 minutes, and I love it. I love drama on the stage at Eurovision. I love this song. This song's amazing, and it could have been my number one, but I've given my number one just for nostalgic reasons. So yeah, number 2 goes to Portugal, Vânia, Fernandes. Love this song. Okay, so my number 1 is really the song that introduced me to Andrej Babić, because this was the song that I saw him on stage, and he imprinted or left an impression on my mind. I just remember this guy really going for it as one of the backing dancers / singers, and I just couldn't keep my eyes off of it. But now I get it. He was a songwriter. But nonetheless, 2003 goes to Claudia Beni, Croatia. Više, nisam, tvoja. So this is the time that Britney Spears is a thing, right? And I'm not trying to compare Claudia Beni to Britney Spears, but I was a big fan of Britney Spears, big fan of Christina Aguilera, shocker. So Claudia Beni, I ate up her as an artist. But she was 16, right? I think that's right, 16, 17 on stage, and delivered a confident vocal, and actually delivered that song with confidence of a girl of that age. And I digged it because it was kind of pop R&B, which I was a big fan of at this time. And whenever this song comes on, I remember 2003. So I was, come on Shane, think, year 11, so 15, maybe. Fully embracing Eurovision at this stage, trying to work out who I was, my identity and stuff like that. And I remember this CD being on offer in a music shop in town this year, and I remember buying it and just listening to it non-stop. And I remember significantly this song, and I just remember keep on repeating it. And yeah, I have my personal reasons for this song, but I'm also happy that this song is number 1 because yeah, this song gave me the image of Andrej Babić. So there we go. So yeah, that's my top 10 songs written by Andrej Babić. And hopefully those of you that are subscribers that will watch anything that I put on my channel, which I'm hugely grateful for, may now be more aware of songs that he wrote, or maybe other people don't know some of these songs and want to check them out, because all of these songs, even my joint 10th, I really am happy that I've been introduced to them recently because of this video, and as a result of that I've been listening to quite a lot recently. So yeah, there we go. We'll leave it at that. So I need to do a little bit of thinking on my next top 10 video, but until then, if you are still here and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, please do support my channel. I really do appreciate it, more than you'll know. And yeah, I guess what's left to say is until next time, stay safe.